getting started here. Judah Aybar for Clarion, Clayton Jones the third for Michigan State. And if you want to talk about a wrestler that needs to come and show out, it is Aybar. Normally 149 for the Spartans is Kyle Schickel. He is Schickel is a 5-time starter for this team. He won in this duel between the two. So if Aybar wants to show out, he's got to do something here. But it's looking like
Aybar is doing a great job of avoiding that takedown, getting to Jones's leg.
Yep, he's trying to get control of Jones's left leg here.
And that was just some great chain wrestling, but it does not look like it mattered because Jones with a beautiful 3-point takedown.
Absolutely. Jones making it a 3-0 match, but Aybar slow to get up here.
And I'm seeing some blood on the mat as well. Yeah, Jones doing a great job of taking that single leg and just getting the 3-point takedown.
We're still looking at some blood here coming out of Aybar's nose, getting him cleaned up. As we take a look here, for a second there, we saw it right there, the man in the green, head coach Roger Chandler. We've mentioned him a couple times. This will be his 9th season as the MSU head coach, 64-66 record for him. A Big Ten wrestler himself. He came out of Indiana, and then from there on out, it was MSU, MSU, MSU for Chandler, working his way up as an assistant coach, and then the associate coach, and then becoming the head coach in 2016. I mean, a tough job for him coming in to a school in the toughest conference in the NCAA, but he believes in these kids, he believes in this program. As we get started up here again, still in the first period of the 149-pound matchup, 3-1, tilted towards Jones.
Jones choosing optional there, allowing the 1-point escape from Aybar. But immediate reversal from Aybar to get that 3-point takedown on Jones.
That'll make it a 4-3 match. The riding time now climbing in favor of Aybar.
Aybar really working Jones' hands here, not allowing him to get up. Now working that half. But it looks like Jones is just fighting it off as hard as he can.
Aybar, only one match this weekend. He only competed in one, but he walked away with a win, a fall, a last-minute one. 6 minutes and 45 seconds into the match. They will just go right off of the mat. I've got some stomping feet and some shouts from the crowd here as we'll take a look at exactly what just happened. I mean, that can't feel good.
Yeah, that was definitely a hard drop, especially off the mat as well.
These mats are here to keep him safe. Let's keep him on him.
Definitely some stalling going on here, and the crowd is pointing that out very.
And there it is. 1-point escape for the Spartan. We have a tied match. They'll go out of bounds. We'll head back into the center there. .44 here, knotted up between Aybar and Jones. Right now, Clarion up 8-3 over Michigan State. Michigan State claiming the last 4 duels between these two teams. And Clarion never won in the Great Lakes State. So if they come out, it'll be a program first.
Yeah, and Clarion is just showing off today. Winning the first 2 matches against the Spartans, this is how you just want to come out.
It will close out the first period of the 149-pound matchup. Jones with 4 points and Aybar with 4 points as well. Just over a minute of advantage time on the clock, so something to keep an eye on. Jones will start on bottom here. Taking his time, fixing up his knee brace, making sure he's ready to go. He'll look to get that escape point to push himself out of this 4-4 tie. Getting started in the second period here.
Jones immediately up, working the hands and getting that separation needed to get away from Aybar.
Now it'll be 5-4 here. Still a minute of advantage time in Aybar's favor to keep an eye on. So we'll be looking to get some more points on the board. As we have Clarion versus Michigan State. Clarion taking the first and the third bouts of the afternoon, both by major decision, which could definitely come back to bite the Spartans if they don't start to get some bonus point wins themselves. As Jones and Aybar are knotted up.
Jones doing a great job, but he needs to flip over to get that 3-point, but they're on the edge of the mat, so it's going to get really tight to try to get it without stepping out and losing that great opportunity to get your 3.
You can see him looking down there at the white circle, seeing like, can I do this? Can I? But going out of bounds there, we'll head back to center. He'll get a chance to try again. 45 seconds left in the second period here.
And from what we've seen just in this little bit of this match, these are very acrobatic wrestlers. They're flipping around. They're avoiding these 3-point takedowns as well as they possibly can.
Jones up 5-4 over Aybar. Jones had a win last weekend. He was able to get a decision, a 9-6 decision over Indiana's Aiden Torres. And he'll get the takedown there, pushing the score forward, making it 8-4. Head coach Chandler out asking for more from his wrestlers.
That was a beautiful misdirection takedown by Jones.
Will go out of bounds. Jones' second match of the weekend. Ridge Lovett lost. Got pinned by Lovett, the third-ranked wrestler in the 149-pound, but he took him down before that, which is definitely something to note, taking down Ridge Lovett.
Aybar trying to roll out from bottom, unable to in that short time.
Yep, we'll close out the second period here. 8-4. Jones up on Aybar. Once again, a little slower to get up. Jones having a conversation with his coach and staff here as Aybar goes down to bottom to start out the third. We were able to take that riding time down underneath a minute too. And Jones will continue to work it down, trying to avoid Aybar getting that escape point. Aybar trying to scrape away, and he will get away, getting that extra point to make it 8-5.
Looks like we have a blood time from Clarion. Aybar for his second time this match, giving both of the wrestlers a little break.
I mean, breaks are good to a certain extent, but also they warmed up and they got ready for 7 minutes of wrestling. And if this match, takes too much time and they have too much of a break, we don't want their muscles to get cold there.
But from what I've seen, I will not be surprised if they use all of that. It is just a very high stakes, just a very fast moving match. They're moving around, a lot of reversals in this match.
Jones 4-8 overall this season, 2-4 in duels. The dual wins came in the American duel and that Indiana one we mentioned over Aiden Torres. The other 2 wins came at the MSU Open earlier this season. Aybar 7-7 overall, just 1 dual win. I mean, that was because it was his first. But now, look at that nose. It's taped up. Aybar's nose all taped up here, trying not to let any of that blood get in the way. But also, look at his little curly hair at the top and that black thing over his nose. I mean, you got to think about his vision there.
Yeah, you definitely need vision to wrestle, especially with this close of a match.
I'd say it's the most important thing you would need. As
Yeah.
Jones gets another takedown here, making it 11-5.
That is exactly what Jones needed to do. Just make the deficit between the 2 points just even larger than you can. He could have just stopped and just limped around and stalled for the rest of the period, but Jones is being aggressive. He wants to break the separation and just get more points.
11-6 now. A minute left in the third period here. Still just in regular decision territory, but not anymore. 14-6. Jones
almost cutting Aybar, but decided to push him out instead.
They'll head back in to the center. Aybar taking a second to get back into the referee's position. 44 seconds left in the third period. Jones up on Aybar 14-6. Just 15 seconds of advantage time, so that won't be coming into play for this match.
Jones choosing optional again. But he's still aggressive. I mean, he is up by almost double the amount of points, and he is still just going for more and more takedowns against his Clarion wrestler.
He's got to get another one because 14-7, which is where we're at now, is only 7 points. You need 8 for a major decision.
Yeah, if he can get his leg out from Aybar's hands, he's there. He is almost there to get another takedown and just make this an even larger deficit.
Just 5 seconds left on the board here. They'll go back to neutral. I mean, Jones, he is going for it. He's trying to do something.
Yeah, trying for that low ankle once more.
Aybar looking like he's struggling here. You got 2 seconds left. As we will close it out here. Jones taking the win for MSU, 14-7 for the 149-pound Meski for the rest of the matches today. Definitely a treat having Cesar Garza join us. I mean, nothing better than a current team member talking about his team. Luke Daly, 1-6 in duels here. Opened a slot, another one over Gacek. Gacek went 1-2 on the weekend. A loss and then a major decision over Kent State's Trent Thomas, followed by a sudden victory loss to LIU's Anthony D'Alessio. Knotted up 0-0. About 45 seconds in, they're still knotted up in that collar tie.
Yeah, both of these wrestlers really working that collar tie hard. I mean, they're both looking to push momentum on their side for Spartans or Clarion. I mean, the Spartans are starting to pull away with the duel right now, but I mean, it's still not over. So this is a deciding match, and they got to pick up their pace.
Absolutely, and we're entering original starter territory for Clarion. The next 3 guys up on the mat for them are the guys that were supposed to be there in the first place. So these are the guys that they for sure trust. They're putting their best foot forward with these 3 coming up. A stalemate called earlier. They're right back here on their feet. Halfway through the first, 0-0.
Yeah, a lot of movement between the 2 wrestlers, but I mean, not a lot of leg attack attempts yet. It's all just been upper body, just cranking hard on those collar ties. So it'll be interesting to see who makes that mark first.
Gacek does have a fall that came a minute and 36 seconds into a match earlier this season. Definitely has some quick moments. Daly with 2 falls as well. A little slower to get them though, past the 4.5-minute mark. Less than a minute left in the first here. Still staying on their feet, these two. But just as I said it, Daly making quick work of Gacek's right leg.
Yep, he's starting to shelf that right single, trying to break him down and get behind Gacek to get that 3-point takedown. But Gacek's doing a great job of defending that leg. But Daly, again, is raising it really high, making it hard for Gacek to defend it.
And there it is. 3 points for Daly. First points of the bout here.
Daly trying to attempted a cradle there, but Gacek defending it. Daly currently trying to bring him back down to the mat, doing a great job, but Gacek, again, doing a great job as well, defending it.
But they'll go back to the center of the mat as the first period closes out. Daly with that 3-point lead over Gacek. So we'll take a look at Daly's takedown.
Yeah, Daly, just a dominant right leg takedown, and immediately goes to work trying to get around to get those 3 points.
Just 22 points of advantage time for Daly. Something to keep an eye on, but nothing that's coming into play just yet. Daly will be trying to climb up onto his feet and creep ahead with the escape point there.
Yep, Daly out of that quad, breaking the grass, but Gacek doing a great job of regaining control of Daly with that single leg, bringing him back down to the mat.
I think I found a favorite move between these two. They've both tried the same thing on each other here.
Hey, it's a good move.
Daly coming off of 2 tech falls. One versus number 31, DJ Washington of Indiana. The other, Nebraska's Silas Allred, who's ranked number 7. Daly will get that escape point to make it a 4-0. And Gacek able to cut back on Daly's existing advantage time, just sitting at 23 seconds as they go back into that tie.
Yeah, even though it's a 4-0 match, they're going back and forth a lot with these just on top and bottom positions.
Daly out of Carbondale, Illinois, the Carbondale grad. 2021 Southern Illinois Wrestler of the Year. He was a redshirt. He's a redshirt junior. Last year went 17-7 overall. Only 1 dual appearance for the Spartans, but he did take that match. Looking over at Gacek, Allentown, Pennsylvania native, Parkland grad, 2-time state qualifiers, 7th place finish his senior year. Appeared in some open competitions last year, ended with a 7A overall record, but this is his real chance this year, getting a spot as a starter as we enter short time in the second period. Not too much action in the latter half of the second, but Daly was able to get that escape point to make it 4-0. Gacek starting on bottom, so he'll be looking to get the same escape that Daly just did.
Gacek immediately up into that quad pod position, trying to get distance away from Daly, but Daly's doing a great job of getting that leg and breaking it back down to get Gacek's belly back to that mat.
Daly, 3rd place finishes at both the MSU Open and the Black Knight Invitational this season. He continues to work on Gacek, taking him up and then down, back right up again.
Yeah, Gacek really has Daly's leg in tight, making it hard for him to keep it, and it is grounds for a reversal here. Like, having your leg caught in that position is not a good spot to be, but Daly was able to get out of it and put Gacek's chest back on the mat and start breaking him down again to see if he can get some back points.
Advantage time just over 30 seconds here. A minute left in the 3rd period between these two wrestlers. And I gotta say, all wrestlers are flexible, but I saw Daly's leg go in the air and I just about gasped. he's definitely got some stretch.
Yeah, these wrestlers, they work hard to make sure they don't get hurt in those positions because they have to get ready to be put into uncomfortable positions and not get hurt and ruin their season.
Yeah, and this one looks pretty uncomfortable as well right here, as we've entered over a minute of advantage time and under 30 seconds left in the third period.
Gacek's doing a great job of pushing Daly away and off of his head, but it may end up being a stalemate because they're both just caught really tight in that position.
Under 10 seconds left in the third here.
Yeah, Gacek trying to get his head out from in between Daly's legs, but Daly's grasp is just too much for him.
And he'll have it. Luke Daly with the decision. Adding in that advantage time, it'll be a 5-0 win for the Spartan. One fall here. Now, two things to think about here with these two. We got a senior versus a freshman. Redshirt freshman for Vanadia, but still, lots more experience in Chapman's favor. Also take a look at these two guys, just physically. Vanadia, although a heavyweight, is definitely towards the smaller side of a heavyweight versus Chapman. He does have a little more meat on his bones. Therefore, what might we see from Vanadia being the smaller heavyweight here?
Yeah, that's definitely going to determine how these two wrestle. Chapman's going to utilize his weight and just try to crush Vanadia, but Vanadia's strengths are going to be speed, agility. He's just overall going to be a faster and can take more shots on Chapman.
Chapman was the hero for Clarion this past weekend. His 16-6 major over LIU's Chris Powell this past weekend was what let and allowed Clarion win that final duel of the weekend. Vanadia 2 losses on the weekend to number 19 Jacob Bullock of Indiana and then number 22 Harley Andrews of Nebraska. They're knotted up, but absolutely we're seeing some bursts of energy from these two.
Yeah, you can see Vanadia really work hard to try to get one of Chapman's legs pulled out to get a shot on Chapman, because if he messes up a shot, there's a lot more at risk with Vanadia being such a smaller wrestler than Chapman.
For sure. I mean, Vanadia goes down. It's a lot harder to get back up. There he is trying to go for Chapman's left leg here as they will go out of bounds. Still zeros, no points on the board yet for these two. Our final match of the afternoon. With the 27 points already, the Spartans have already locked up more points than they did last year over Clarion. Which, considering the rocky start that Michigan State has, we mentioned them wanting to get some momentum, wanting to gain some extra confidence. This is exactly what they need as Vanadia goes in for Chapman's leg. Chapman trying to almost crawl out, but wasn't able to escape Vanadia's grasp as he gets the takedown here.
Yeah, Vanadia just using a great job of getting that quick takedown on Chapman and shelving that leg to be able to get around on Chapman.
That advantage time will start ticking up, just over 15 seconds.
But you could see just how much of a weight difference there is, just how easy Chapman was able to just get up on his knees from his belly. He just picked Vanadia up like it was nothing.
And he'll look to do it again right here as he heads to his knees, looking to get this skate point. Vanadia trying his darndest to keep Chapman glued to the mat.
Yeah, definitely hard for Vanadia being such a light wrestler, but I mean, he's been doing a great job this season in heavyweight and has been a great asset to MSU's team.
Absolutely, a first-year starter here for the redshirt freshman. He came in 5th at the MSU Open, 4th at the Black Knight Invite, and then 7th at the Midlands Championships. Just that one dual victory for him so far, though. So in terms of making a mark and making an impact in duels, he's still looking to really secure some points for this team.
Yeah, and how this match has been going, I will not be surprised if he can come away with that dual win today.
We shall see. Closing out the first. with 3 points in favor of Vanadia. Just over a minute of advantage time for the Spartan as well as we head in to the second period here. Yeah, no, his one dual win of the season was the Buffalo, the non-conference matchup for these two. It was a tech fall, 20-4. Took him the entire time. It was 7 minutes when he got that tech fall. So he wrestles to the end, Vanadia does. He gets those points. He's able to move as he gets, looking to get some more right there, but no takedown. Definitely some crowd pops here in Jenison. Everyone getting a little excited watching him try to put Chapman on his back there, but still 3-0.
Yeah, Vanadia did a great job of not allowing Chapman to just absolutely throw him onto his mat. That could have gone way different for Vanadia and possibly been a pin for Chapman.
Chapman with the stall warning there, almost, pushing it out of the mat, trying to get back into the center.
Coaches keep telling Vanadia to go back to that single because it has been working this match. I mean, he only has one takedown, but that takedown was incredible for Chapman.
Yep, that takedown for Vanadia. Stalemate for the two. Chapman, once again, an original starter here for Clarion. He started as a sophomore as well, but not last year as a junior. He appeared in 6 duels. He went 4-2, which included 2 forfeit wins, but back in that starting position for the Golden Eagles.
Vanadia is doing a great job of just defending any possible leg attacks Chapman has made on him. Just anytime Chapman has grabbed Vanadia's legs, he's done a great job of putting his hips back, legs away, and getting separation to not allow him to go further and start breaking him down.
Yeah, he's quick, like you said. He knows exactly when Chapman's coming, and he's avoiding. He's seeing him, and he's getting himself out of that situation before it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, Vanadia knows he's a faster wrestler, and he's going to utilize it this match.
Done with the second. 2 more minutes of wrestling for these two. Vanadia with that single takedown here, the only scoring in this bout there. Official looking for blood time, but no need.
Yep.
Said Chapman.
Chapman wanted to get back in going to keep that momentum up on Vanadia because he only has 1:45 to get a takedown on Vanadia, and he has not gotten close to a takedown yet on Vanadia, so he really needs to start working.
He continues to try to take those shots, but Vanadia not letting it happen. Chapman, 2 major decisions, 2 tech falls, and a fall on the year.
Yeah, Vanadia has really just been ahead of every move Chapman has tried on him. Every time he levels himself and goes for a shot, Vanadia is just there and is able to block it.
Vanadia getting that stall warning. Chapman kind of used to dual wins more than anyone else wrestling today. 7 dual wins. That's more than anyone else on the mat today.
Yeah, but that does not matter for Vanadia. He's come out here to win, and so far he's dominating over Chapman.
Oh, absolutely. We talked about the experience. We talked about how that might come into play, but it's looking like the abilities of these wrestlers is what is making the difference. The ability and the size and what their strengths are. Still 3-0, no other scoring as we enter the final 30 seconds of wrestling here at Jenison Fieldhouse this afternoon. Advantage time frozen just over a minute as well, which would give Vanadia a 4-0 win over Chapman.
Vanadia again just doing a great job of just keeping Chapman away from his legs, ending the match.
And there it is. Chapman trying to make it happen, but Vanadia said, no siree, this is my match for the taking.
Yeah,
4-0 win for Max Vanadia, his second dual victory of the year. And that will do it. A 30